Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Justin. Continuing on with Arnold Schwarzenegger week on the channel. As is customary, I gave my 12 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Today is my top 5. Now, this is a very, very, very hard decision to make on what top 5 Arnold Schwarzenegger movies make my top 5. And I think if you were to ask any movie lover this question, you're probably going to get a different 5 from every single one of them. There'll be some similarities, but nobody will have the same 5, or very rarely will you have the same 5. And it's weird because in the 80s, he was the ultimate action hero. You know, just complete badass, jacked to the gills. You know, just dropping one-liners like crazy and blowing shit up. But in the 90s, you know, he started turning to more family-friendly movies and more comedy. I mean, all his movies after really, even Conan had comedic elements to it. But, you know, with the 90s, with Twins and Kindergarten Cop and Last Action Hero, you start seeing just it being much more family-oriented films. So it's a challenge for sure. One that's very easy right off the bat, and this is one of those movies, I love the original, but the sequel is one of those movies that, in my opinion, surpasses the original, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I just think his character is a badass. Giving him more of a personality it works. And just the overall setting. The only downside is I wish they would have kept Sarah Connor a little bit more like she was in the first one. But I understand why they had to make her the badass that she was. So Terminator 2 is definitely on the list. I'm going to go with The Running Man as one of my top 5 favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. I love The Running Man, despite the fact that it's not very much like the book at all. I still enjoy it. I love the comedic timing behind it, but I love the action sequences. It's a fun movie. Number 3, I got to go with Conan the Barbarian. You know, this was the movie that made him a star. You know, he was already famous for pumping iron and for being the, you know, most accomplished bodybuilder of all time. But, you know, Conan made him a star. And it's such a fun movie, cheesy as hell, but just fun. And, you know, it holds up really well 40 years later. So Conan the Barbarian is definitely on the list. I'm going to go True Lies, another James Cameron movie. I love the action, but it's more like a spy movie, like a badass buff James Bond. But the comedic timing with Tom Arnold and, you know, his, you know, on-screen chemistry with both Tia Carrere and Jamie Lee Curtis really shines. And it's a fun, very James Bond-esque type movie. So True Lies is on the list. And then for number 5, it's just one of those movies that's so quotable. It's so fun. I gotta go Kindergarten Cop. I really do. I just love. It's not a tumor. And then you get the kids. Our mom says that our dad is a real sex machine. Oh, it's one of those fun, quotable movies that it's fun to watch anytime you get the opportunity to watch it. So, yeah, I think that's my top 5. I think that's where I'm going. You gotta go Terminator 2. I'm going The Running Man. I'm going True Lies. I'm going Conan the Barbarian, and I'm going Kindergarten Cop. I mean, you have so many honorable mentions, and some of them movies are going to be on other people's top 5s. Predator, the first Terminator, Commando. I'm a big fan of Last Action Hero. Twins. You know, you can just name Eraser. They're all fantastic, enjoyable movies. You're very hard pressed to find a movie that he's the Jingle All the Way. It's going to be hard pressed to find a movie that he was the star of, that isn't entertaining in some way, even after his stint as governor. But those are my top 5: Terminator 2, The Running Man, Conan the Barbarian, True Lies, and Kindergarten Cop. That's my top 5. Hopefully you'll stick around later this week. We'll have a couple of different reviews. Don't know what we're going to review yet. We'll find out together. Until then, I hope you enjoy this video. Please consider hitting that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys at the movies. Take care.